Thank you so much for having me. Ayo, big man. Thank you, boss. You're a legend, bro. Love you. No, stop it. No, you, mate. No, you, honestly. No, you. No, come on. Love you, bro. Cool. I love it. Sweet. Let's go. I'm tired of waiting for your love to get back to me. Won't you just tell me now? Tell me what it is you mean. Say you love me, say you need me, say you'll be there. Ooh, just spell it out for me, 'cause you were kinda hard to read. But you leave me crying, baby, not trying to deny it, baby. I'll be right by your side. When you leave me standing, baby, I'll never demand it, baby. Just want you in my life. I'm tired of waiting for your love to get back to me. Come on, just tell me now. Let me down slow so I can hear. Say you don't love me, say you don't need me, say you won't be there. Just spell it out for me, 'cause you were kinda hard to breathe, yeah. But you leave me crying, baby, not trying to deny it, baby. I'll be right by your side. When you leave me standing, baby, I'll never demand it, baby. Just want you in my life. When you look right through me, baby, you know it drives me crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sick and tired these guessing games. Honey, won't you explain? Just so stone cold, you won't let me go. Won't let me go. Which way it turns out, if you're having doubts, girl, you got to tell me now. But you leave me crying, baby, not trying to deny it. I'll be right by your side. When you leave me standing, I'll never demand it, baby. Just want you in my life. When you look right through me, baby, you know it drives me crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll be right by your side. Just want you in my life. Right, that's it from us. We got to rush off to another gig, so thank you very much for having us. We're going to pack away very quickly, so just ignore that whilst this man takes over. Come on, big man.
No, we're not going to ignore that. You were amazing.
Thank you.
You're in your own right. I love the band as well. First time I met the band. Thank you guys so much for coming to celebrate the 100th episode of Live Talks podcast. Fox had his own podcast already. You guys know that, right? He's on his podcast, so look out for Fox Jackson's podcast. Look out for his music. He's out there. He's an amazing guy. I love this fella. Yeah. Hello, everybody. No, that was one person. Hello, everybody. That's a bit better. Yeah, cool. You lot pack away. What I want to do, yeah, is I want to welcome you to the 100th episode of Live Talks. It's a podcast. What can I hear? I can hear background. What's that background thing? Okay, back. Can you imagine it was my Instagram. Can you imagine? Cool. Where's that mic? Bro? Where's that mic?
He's behind you.
Turn me up. Hello. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Guys, hello. Before we start the show, I'd like to say it's been a very emotional journey to do shooting all of these episodes, all the different people that I got to interview. Like the things I learned, the things people spoke to me about was like, I can't construe it into words. Some of the people that have done episodes are here today, like the lovely Alana in the front here. Yeah, we've got Jab Darush, we've got Banner, we've got Cheese. Fox done his own episode. We've got Fox's father somewhere in the house as well. He's out there somewhere, Kevin Jackson. He done an episode too. I mean, doing the show with the voice behind the camera and the wizard has been very therapeutic for myself. It's helped me through a lot of stuff. It's let me realize that even though we're all different, we have a lot of things that are the same as human beings. And the state of the human race today is we have to get back together. We have to talk to each other. We have to support each other. We have to listen to each other. Find out the stories from other people that are around you, because you'll be so surprised how similar it is. They're going through the same things you're going through. And just one kind word or a smile or just some concern can help people get through their lives. So it's very important. It's live talks. It's very important to listen. But I want to start the show properly, because it is the 100th episode. And that's why I'm wearing my jacket. But made by my amazing friend there, Carl Ramsey. He's going to come and interview me soon too. He's going to be the interviewee. The interviewer. I'm the interviewee today. So you're going to get to unpack who Ayo Fawole is. All the other episodes have been about everybody else. Today's all about me. But before we start the show, we've got a young man who's looking quite spiffy in the front. He's going to start celebrations off right. Jab or the artist. Which one do you prefer? Jab the artist. You're going to start us off. So please. Start. You can make your way to the stage. You do your thing. So you got his track back there. Live Talks, 100th episode. Bring it on. You're looking sharp, bro. Looking sharp. Voice, what you saying? In the cut, keeping quiet. Look at the voice keeping quiet. Look at the voice keeping quiet. Yeah, do your thing.
Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? Huh? Come on, God bless. Come on. Love, man. Okay, let's go again. Good evening, everyone. I can't really hear. I can't feel the energy. Let's go again. Good evening, everyone. That's what I love. First and foremost, First and foremost, I just want to big up Ayo anyway, and having me on his live talks. And yeah, we're just gonna make an entrance. So DJ.
My DJ, get to them. Go on, Jab the arch. You're looking sharp, bro. Come on.
Good energy, man. Whoa, yeah. Life talks, 100th anniversary. I said life talks, 100th anniversary. See, it's life talks, it's your day today, where we're spreading love. Life talks, 100th anniversary, where we're spreading love all day, where we're sharing finer things, where we do it most and high, every single day and night. Life talks, 100th anniversary. That's right. Ooh, 100th anniversary, 100th anniversary. Yeah. Life talks, 100th anniversary. Yeah. It it's your day today. I said, it's your day, it's your day. Life talks. Live talks. Happy birthday. 100th anniversary. Ayo, my brother. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. God bless you all. Thank you very much, man.
You stay there. Stay there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You good, yeah?
I don't know if it's working yet. Is it working?
Let's get this right. No, that's. Can I be? I want to be that side. Thank you. My good side. It's important to know your good side when you're doing this kind of stuff. You know, telling you. Thank you. Give me some, my G. Yeah, it's lovely to be here. It's nice to have all you guys out here with me. This is my friend for years and years and years. I've got other friends and family out there. Like I said, we're going to unpack it. I don't know the questions this gentleman's going to ask me, but he knows me very well. So we're going to be as true to ourselves as we can without offending anybody. If I don't like something, I might not answer it. Yeah, whatever, Ilana. I'll see ya. Yeah. But other than that, yeah, you just enjoy it. And second half, you get to ask me questions and maybe Carl some questions too. So keep that in mind, like while you're listening to the first half, that you're gonna be able to ask me and Carl some questions afterwards as well, man. Thank you all for coming. God bless you. Love you all. You know that, innit? Even the guys that I don't know, love you too. You know what I mean, we're all human beings. We need to love each other. So that's what's up. Yeah. We good?
Can we have a round of applause for Ayo, please?
Right with me, yeah. Thank you so much.
So I just want to say, can everyone hear me clearly through the microphone? I feel like I can't hear myself.
I can't hear you properly either. No. Can we turn the microphone up at the back? Can you hear me in the back?
1, 2, 1, 2. That's better.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
much better.
Okay, so
Good.
we've got to take Ayo out of this performative, because when you look at live talks, it's Ayo engaging with people, teasing out some of their deepest, darkest stuff. And I've known Ayo since around 2007. So I've seen the peaks and troughs. We've actually...
It's way longer than that.
No, it's 2007.
It feels like longer than that.
It does feel like longer. It feels
like longer than
feels like at least double that. But anyway, yeah, we used to live together. And yeah, I could just tell you stories for an hour.
Don't do that.
I'm not going to do that. I
that.
am going to give Ayo his platform, and we're going to deep dive. So yeah, just like you said earlier, if there are any questions that you care to kind of ask Ayo in the second half, then please come and have a chat with me on the break, and we will get there.
Keep them PG, or at least 18, all right? No older than that. Keep them like decent questions, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So, Ayo, if you was to describe the main thing that you do, let the audience know, beyond live talks, beyond the podcast, what's your passions?
What's my passion? People. Meeting and meeting people and kind of giving good energy to other people. That's my passion. Giving good energy to other people. That's my passion.
And how do you do that?
I listen first and foremost. I treat everyone with as much respect as I feel I need to be afforded with. I look at what's going on. I use the things that I know about life, because I've done a lot, I've seen a lot, I've done a lot. So if I talk to someone, it doesn't matter who they are, I take into consideration they could be going through some of the stuff I've been through or some of the stuff I'm aware of. And every interaction with a human being, it can help you or it can break you, you know, it can enhance you. And I want to enhance you. If I don't enhance you, I don't want to fucking talk to you, do you know what I mean? Not being rude, but I'd rather keep myself to myself, you know? So I like to enhance people, even if, whether it's a like, good morning, how you doing? Or it's a genuine, like, kind of like finding out about what's going on behind the scenes, or it's being there for them. Like I say, like, anyone who's out there who knows me, like the older people like Chairs Alana, the people who's in the carcass, Axa over there, who's just my blood brother from how long, you know what I mean, different mother, will know that if you're calling me, I'm there, innit? Or if you ask me something, I like to be a man of my word. You say what you do, you do what you say. And that's it with me, kind of thing. And I pride myself on that, and I like that, and it makes me feel good. You know, there's a payoff for me as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I've seen the dark side, I've seen the other side, and I don't like it. And I don't like the kind of energy that does. I don't like being horrible to people. I don't like none of that stuff. So that's what drives me, man.
Right, so you talked a little about your dark side. We're not going to get there yet. We're going to save that for it, 'cause we have to ease the people in. So, talk to us about your upbringing. Like, what's your family life like? Like, parents, brothers,
this
sisters.
is funny, you know, me being interviewed, you know. It feels funny. Man, what you say? You good? Cool. I was born to my mother, single parent family. My mum and dad come from different tribes. So my mum was with my dad. Forgive me, mum and dad, for putting you on blast, but it is what it is. So my mum and dad come from two different tribes, Yoruba and Urubu. So what happens is, back in the day, like most cultures, you're supposed to marry into your own kind of thing. So when they met, they was different. So their parents didn't want them to be together, like the respective parents. So then they couldn't be together. So that's why, my mum had a single parent family basically. So I was here, my dad was there. Dad's very affluent, got a couple of quid. Very affluent. So it's like, I was born here knowing that I had a dad that was doing certain things, but I was just always had to just fend for myself and find my own way. You know what I mean? And look for role models out there or stick with the people that are with me. That's why acts are here, yourself as well. I created friendships and bonds to help me through. Sometimes I look to the wrong people to teach me stuff, and then eventually I hope to say that I've got the right people around me. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it was tough, man. No money, wearing Dunlops in school, trying to get everything else everyone else has got. Sometimes doing things that you shouldn't be doing that I know are bad now, but to me they were necessary. It was a necessity because my mum couldn't afford certain things, and I wanted those things. Or you go to school and kids teach, kids are kids, innit? Anyone grew up in the 80s knows what time it is, innit? That's when all these trainers are from the rascal 80s. As far as I'm concerned, because you remember you grew up in the 80s, but I couldn't afford these in the 80s. Boys had them in school, and all I could do was look at them. That's all I could just look at them and wish and wonder, do you know what I mean? I remember having holes in my shoes. You know, like when you're told bust out the front of your trainers. I don't think the kids don't really know what time it is right now. Their chest is so blood clot high. Excuse my French, I'll try not to swear too much. I remember having holes in my shoes, yeah, and being so embarrassed certain times, having to just do that, like try to cover it when I was around certain people, do you know what I mean? So look, but yeah, I had a happy childhood though.
So, brothers, sisters?
Brothers, I've got 3 brothers, 3 sisters. My dad's got 2 boys and a girl. My mum's got 2 girls and a boy. So really, I'm only in touch with... Well, I'm in touch with everybody, but I lived with my mum's side of the family. I grew up with that mum's side of the family.
Right.
Yeah, but they're my half brothers and sisters, but they're my full brothers and sisters, you know?
Okay. And where are you in that pecking order?
I'm the second oldest.
Okay.
In everything. Right. The whole, from my mum and my dad, I'm the second oldest. So yeah, things are expected of me. I don't know. It's like I had to be a man, innit? Whatever that means.
And when did you becoming a man start? What age would you say you started to blossom into the man that you are? There you go. There you go.
I mean, in life, yeah, everything you do is a constant, like the water and that stuff when it's hitting the rocks, it's constantly shaping and moulding you, innit? So it was building up to what I am today. But I don't think until... And my brethren over there, Axel, he could probably answer this question better than me. I don't think until I was till we was living together,
right? And
I was starting looking at things with a different eyes, rather than just doing stuff. You know, like just shooting aimlessly. It was like stepping back and calculating, like, okay, recognizing who I was and what my powers are and what I could actually do. In my 30s, man.
Okay.
Yeah, in my 30s, man.
Right.
I knew I could do shit.
Yeah.
Like I get away with so much, even up till now. I get away with so much, and there's no comprehension for me why it happens. Like I'm nice, yeah. I like people, yeah. I'm tall, whatever, yeah. I'm all right looking, all that shit. But some of the things I get away with, I'm like, why do I get away with it, and the next person doesn't get away with it? Or why are people so nice to me and they're not nice to that other person? Right. I don't get it, but I enjoy it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like everyone here today has come for the reason that they wanted to come, but also because of me as well. And I really, really, really appreciate that. But that's part of what I'm saying. Like, it's Saturday, it's sunny, you don't could be anywhere, but you're here. Like, that's a blessing to me, you know? Yeah, now you clap that up. It's a
round of
blessing
applause
to me.
for that, 100%.
It's real.
Huge.
So, yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why them motherfuckers love me. You wizard. Who's behind the camera? Sorry. This is English.
So I have scripted a few questions because I really wanted to hit on the nose, yeah? So, if Ayo now at 41 years old, which I think you are,
Yeah. No, 41?
Thereabouts, yeah?
Bit older than that, but yeah, thereabouts.
I
I'm nearly
only-
50, you know. I'm 48 this year.
Okay, I didn't want to be the guy to say
Oh,
that,
yeah,
so. Big round of applause for Ayo being nearly 50.
Bam!
Looking that good at nearly 50.
I'm nearly 50.
Massive. Anyway, so if you could speak to your 15-year-old self now, from where you are, what 3 pieces of advice would you give your 15-year-old self?
Spend more time on your own and learn, find the way to understand the reason you do things. With that, if I knew the reason why I did things, then I could choose better the things to do what I want, kind of thing. Like there was something I did.
Right, you
aimlessly.
can't just drop that and be so vague. We're
What
going
do
to
you
come
mean?
back to the 3 things, right?
Yeah, go on.
But when you say do things, what do you mean? Unpack that a little bit so people
Like
can
do
understand.
do things out of impulse. Do things that you think are beneficial to you, but you learn later on they're not. Do damage to relationships that are amazing, and then try and appease people that don't mean anything. Like there was so many different people in my life that I could have kept hold of that I didn't, that I just took for granted. And there's other people that I was trying to please or look up to and stuff that they're just like, do you remember them space saucers with the sherbet
Flying
inside?
saucers,
Yeah,
yeah.
and it's gone. They were just gone.
Yeah.
Like, just do better, man.
Okay.
Do better. I don't know.
So
It's
your
funny
fir-
talking about me, you know.
So your first thing is take time and be a little bit more
Slow down.
Slow down.
Slow
Right.
down.
What's
I
your
do think I've got ADHD though.
There's assessments you can get to find out if that's true. It's a bit late now, isn't it?
It's not late. I just someone to me say, yeah, well, Ayo, you know, you've got this, that. No, I already fucking know I got that wrong with me. Excuse me, sorry, my French. I know. Sorry, that's part of it. Innit? I already know that's wrong with me. How do I fix it? And I don't think it's about fixing it at this point in life. It's about understanding how that mechanism plugs into to what it needs to plug into. And I will say it again, the people in this room are amazing people. Some of you I don't know as well as I'd like to, but some of you I know very intimately. And some of you are just being it like yourself. Like I couldn't function without the people that's in this room and the other people, including you, son, at the back. My eldest son's at the back hiding. Including you as well, son, I love you. Yeah, I couldn't function without their input, without the inputs I get from, I couldn't.
Number 2, what's the second piece of advice you'd give to your 15-year-old self?
The who?
The second piece of advice you give to your 15-year-old
Save your money. Save your money. Don't spend your money, save your money. You don't need that, you don't need that, you don't need that. You will need the money though. Save your money. Because money equals power, money equals freedom. That, as far as I'm concerned, the money that me and my people have seen, like, when you're young, you're frivolous. Yeah, save your money. Just slow the fuck down. Slow down. So you can get a swear jar for me if you want.
And the third piece of advice?
What was the first one again?
Slow down.
Slow down. The second one, save your money.
Yep.
Invest my time in the people that deserve it.
Right.
Just invest my time better, because I feel like everyone has to learn, and I don't think I would have benefited from like all the things I'm benefiting from now. Well, I probably would have benefited earlier on, but now I know how to invest my time, so I'm investing my time with the right people, and the payback's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And when I don't need to invest my time, I could just stay at home on my own, have a nice meal, have a dessert, and relax. Do you know what I mean? Rather than giving time to people who just don't deserve it, appreciate it, want it, whatever, shit all over it, whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty solid. Okay. Right, my next question. No, we're going to
I don't know.
we're skating around a bit. Who is Ayo uninterrupted?
What does that mean?
That means, like, if there was nothing in your way, nothing stopping you, no hang-ups, who are you? Like, what do you do? What are you looking at? What are you trying to achieve?
What I'm trying to achieve?
Uninterrupted.
Uninterrupted.
Yeah.
Daily happiness, like what that fella just said. I don't know. I'm just creation. I love creating things. I'm an artist. I love creating things. I love good energy. So anything that I would gravitate towards good energy. Like uninterrupted, like I'd build skyscrapers, I'd open schools, nurseries, help people, pull people out of certain things. We're working towards all them things now anyway, irrespective. But uninterrupted, I'd change the fucking world, man. Sorry about swearing again. I can't help it, really.
So that's quite a big thing to kind of commit to words. Like, so where would you start with change? When you look at the world, what do you think is...
Attitude.
Right, okay.
Attitude, and then I do poetry. You'll hear a poem later on. Attitude and gratitude. I'll put those two things together, and I show like have the right attitude. Be grateful for what you've got. Like I work in a hospital. I've worked in hospitals for a long time. You see people who are sick. There's people who can't get out of their beds right now. There's people who are at home with their partners beating them up. There's people who there's so much shit in this world. So I just teach people how to just enjoy their lives. Drop this, do that, be nice, get on with it. Stop doing that. Stop saying I want to do that. Do that. Don't say I want to do it. Do it. Why? Because you can.
Okay, fair play. Okay, that's a pretty good answer. All right.
Pretty good question. Come on, I like this, you know. You know I'm way too quiet, but I still like it though. That means you're listening.
What is one of your proudest moments?
One of my proudest moments. One of my proudest moments. That's a tough question, you know. I mean, I've got a bag of kids, and I love all my kids.
How many kids you got?
I got 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we have a round of applause for that, please? Because I know you take care of all of them, so you're involved. So let's celebrate that.
My proudest achievement. I think my attitude to life.
Okay.
My attitude to people, because, like, seriously, I'm not blowing my own horn here. I don't like negativity. I will always be positive, so I'm proud of myself. I face so much nonsense, but I still give good stuff. Come on. And I look at what I could do, because I'm a beast. Not being thing. Everyone's probably got a beast inside them, but I'm a beast, innit? Like, I've got a dark side you don't want to talk about. But
No, we will talk about that.
Cool, I've caged that. At a certain time, you know, someone you could just go, ah! You don't, you say, okay, so how can we get through this? And I'm proud of that, because they don't understand what could happen, and I know what could happen. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to hurt no one. I don't want to be horrible to no one, nothing like that. But having that control over the energy that I've got inside me, the capacity, Axel will tell you what we're capable of. I understand I can control that. I've never been to jail. I've mixed with, like, we get to the dark side, we've done, you know what I mean? I'm here now, but we've had to do what we've had to do. So knowing that I've never killed no one, never put no one under the ground, and I always do good. No, come on, man. My attitude to life, my attitude to people. That's my proudest achievement, because I know how bad it can be. And I know whenever I meet someone, I try and make them feel good, no matter what. So I'm proud of that.
Okay. So off the back of that a little bit, I just got a brand new question. Just popped into my head. Is there a story that you can tell us?
Ooh.
Yeah. And
Momo.
what I want you to do is think about someone you'd like to apologise to that you probably never see again, based on something that might have happened.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I don't know if it's going to be appropriate, though, because this is going to be online and stuff. And like,
well, no, you pick the story. I'm not going to allude to whatever you choose. There's plenty. So you pick one. And just someone that, if you had them in front of you, and you could actually say, you know what, my bad, I apologise.
All right, I've got one, right? When I was young, and actually know about this as well, when I was young, there was no Tinder, there was none of that nonsense what they do now, no online dating. You phone someone, say you're going to meet somewhere, you meet them there, innit? If you're not there, you wait. If they don't come, sometimes you wait half an hour, 45 minutes, sometimes you don't wait, whatever. You wait longer. But anyway, so there was this girl, and then like, there was this girl, right? And we've been talking, the way we got talking was on a cross line. Don't know if anyone remembers cross lines. On the house, you have a house phone, your line could get crossed with someone else's, and you can hear them faint in the back. And that's how I started talking to this girl. So I never knew her that. So we started talking. She was way over Tooting Beck or someone like that. I've always been right there. So we spoke for months. So I decided we got to talk. And her name was Amanda, I believe. I think her name was Amanda. We was talking. It was all nice and rare and the whole story. And she came to meet me. And when she came to meet me, I was like, oh. Oh, and I didn't like her. I was a teenager. I didn't like her. For whatever reason, I didn't like her. And I couldn't hold it in. And I was like, oh, and I goes, listen, I'm going to be back in 1 minute, right? I'll be right back. Stay here. I'm coming back in it. I was going to dust her out. But she knew that I was dust her out. She was like, no, you're going to leave me. She was fucking crying. And I was such a wanker. Like, no, I want to come back. I was like 18 or 17. I can't remember what I was. Horrible. And I'm fucking 48 now, but I still remember that. And if you're out there, man, I'd like to apologize to you and say sorry. But there's, the irony of that story as well. I actually saw the chick years later in a dance, and she looked Chris. I was like, yo, what's happening? She told me to fuck off. I swear down. Fuck when she run me, and I deserved that. But if I could apologize for anything, that's one of the things that I would like to apologize for. I would like to apologize to you, Amanda, for my behavior, for my immaturity, and bring you so far and make you feel the way I made you feel, because it wasn't nice. So I'm sorry. Wherever the camera is. Where's the camera? I'm sorry.
Massive. Thank you. Thank you for being so vulnerable as well. Cool. Right, so, and the next part, I'm not sure where the break's going to land, but anyway. So, a couple, about maybe, 2 years ago, maybe shorter.
Another 10 minutes.
You were on a train, and something happened that went viral. I mean, at last count, I saw probably 280,000 views of this one incident and how you dealt with it. Just for the benefit of those that don't know what happened on that train that day and why it became a viral moment and created a whole sub-brand that no one probably knows about, can you take us through that story, please?
Yeah, you know what? I wish I prepared the poem, because I could have done that at the end of the show. I might try and remember it at the end of the show, even though we're winging it. But, so I'm on the train, coming back, was working like a donkey for all my 9 kids. So I was, from one job, like the first job was 12 hours. Then I finished that one. I was going to another job for about another 8 hours in the night. Everyone knows me know I do these mad hours. But it was the in-between, the travel in between. So I'm on the train stops. It's like rush hour. I mean, so I'm like, So I thought it was kids fucking about on the train. And then I come out of the train and there's some girl crying like, leave me alone. There's some guy saying he wants to punch the girl in the mouth. It was fucking disgusting. But it was just, it was, if anyone might have seen it, it was just horrible. A guy was bullying a woman, and I just thought, first, I didn't know what was going on, so I started filming the guy. Then he tried to stick it on me. And then it was just, that was the worst thing he could have done.
What happened?
What happened, I put him in his place. I never allowed him to leave until the police got there. He growled, and I growled louder, like, it was nuts. That was the kind of, like, the beast would come out, because I don't think anyone should be, I despise bullying at any level. I despise, like, violence against women. Disgusting at any level for any fucking reason. I despise violence against anybody. I don't even hit my kids. My kids, I teach them accountability. If you don't want to do it, cool. But you're gonna reap the consequences of you not doing it. I don't need to put my hand on you. No one should put their hand on no one. And if anyone puts a hand on me, they're in trouble. And that's what it was, bro. But the girl was crying her eyes out, and the guy was out full of alcohol. He was very aggressive. And I just go to him, no, you're not fucking going nowhere till the police come. If you want to do something, innit? And it was just natural for me. A lot of people saw it like, oh yeah, I would have done that too, but it wasn't that. It's like, it is what it is. It's like, that's where we come from. If it was my sister, I would have done the same thing. If I saw someone bullying another man like that, I probably would have done the same thing. Like, it's in that capacity. It's not good. But then people was phoning me and saying thank you and well done and so then I wrote a poem. Because, okay, that was it. I went home and the whole thing, it really effed with me. I never saw. It really messed me up. So my inside, I was in knots. And I think, did I phone you or did I phone you? It's you that I phoned. I'm going to say did I phone you. It was either you or Jay I phoned. So I phoned you and I told you how I felt. And you go, just let it out. Let's say it out. And I let it out on the thing. You can see my page, it's on there. And I'm talking, I'm hyperventilating, I can't even talk. So that was just me defending a woman from something the guy done, let alone how women feel about these things. And how it's a mess, it was a hot mess. But yeah, it was a lot. It went viral and everyone was nice about it. And I went home to my lovely lady, and then she said, write something, and I wrote something. And then we've created like a top called Protect Her at All Costs. That was a poem. Please check it out on the YouTube page. There is like jumpers and stuff to go with it, but it's more than that. I think it's important, especially in this day and age, that people understand that there's people that need protecting, especially our women.
So, but don't you think in terms of, and I don't want to get too deep with this. But,
get deep, man.
But with feminism and...
Feminism.
In terms of the growth of the strength of women, Do you think women need protecting in that way?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. What is feminism?
I'm not going to answer that because I'm not.
You don't want to go down
I
that
don't
road?
feel I'm equipped.
No, I think at the end of the day, I think everyone needs protecting by those who have the capacity to protect them from those who would do any harm to them. That's how I feel.
Even if they don't feel like they need protecting.
Even if they don't feel like they need protecting. If someone's doing something to you and I'm like, hey, let me start, here I come to save the day, you're like, no, I got it. Cool, have it. But I will still offer that. I'll be like, are you all right? Do you need some help? Why not? Even it's the same thing for, are you feeling all right? To me, it's the same thing, bro. It's like, you see someone down, it could be a man or a woman. What's going on? How can I make you feel better? Do you know? What can we do? To me, it's the same thing. Life's very hard.
It's difficult.
I didn't swore. Hey!
So,
You're not too quiet, man. It's like I'm in the room of just being seen, man. I was like, drink up some more champagne and see start bubbling up in the place, man.
let's just stay with this.
Yeah, that's part, yeah.
Let's focus on you. So you're quite an advocate. So I've known you for many years, and you advocate for men's mental health.
Men's mental health, yeah.
Yeah, like, why is that? Like, what's the connection?
Because I live on the edge. I live on the edge every day, like everybody else. Like that same beast that's inside me is something I have to control. That control is part of my mental health. Because people will press your buttons every day. People press your buttons like at work. People press your buttons because they're bored. People on the street, people press your buttons because you're black. People press your buttons for all different things. But when they press a button and you bite their head off, like, oh, like you get done for them. Do you know what I mean? I deal with that every day. Like I've got all my children to deal with. I've got the responsibility of that. I've got the responsibility of being a man, black man. I've got responsibility of living in this shitty country. Then worrying about all that, the feminists, the this, the that, my impact on people. It's all mental health, how you're perceived, how you conduct yourself. God rest his soul. Our friend took his life recently, Warren, like through mental health. Depression hits me all the time. Do you know? As happy as I am, I don't let no one know that I get fucking depressed. Do you know what I mean? Cry. Do you know what I mean? Worry. Put my head on the blanket. Certain time I'm in my house. But I don't show no one none of that. I don't think it's like... I've got people that I talk to like yourself, AXA, Momo. I've got my support bracket, my family, my brother Honor that I love. I love all of you. But I don't show it. But every day I deal with mental health, man. Whether just to say, fuck it. You know, like the people fucking about of you. Like, that's why I got this. Look. We got a dragon. Well, at first, that was all my tattoos mean. So I got dragons like I needed that power. Like I needed to remind myself who I was. That I spit fire, innit? I spit for no reason, I spit fire. But then, when I was in America, when I came back, I had to remind myself, this is a phoenix. To remind myself, I rise from the ashes. All the time. That's what the lucky thing I told you. I don't know why people love me. I'm so lucky, I rise from the ashes. But then, I got the wolf. Because I'm a pack animal. I can't do nothing without my family. And I will fight to the death for my family. Everyone that knows me knows that, especially my kids. You know that, see? Actually, you know that. See what I'm saying? You press a button and it's on. People disappear. Simple. But we don't want to do that.
Okay. All right. One last question before we take a little break, because
Cool.
so we can just...
Let's get it. I'm sweating and all sorts. Are you not doing that? Are you good? Yeah. All right. So drink up that champagne, please.
I'm not going to get into the hows and the whys of America, but I know you spent quite a substantial time in America.
Yeah.
What did you learn from that experience?
What did I learn?
How long was you over there for?
5 years.
Right.
What did I learn? I learned how powerful I am. I learned that I don't need no one to do anything I want to do. I could do anything I want to do on my own. I don't need nobody. I learned that a lot of the time you are alone. I was alone. You see, like when all you lot went through COVID, I went through COVID in States on my own. I was in the house like that. I went through COVID on my, I swear to God, bro. Like the last 2 years of America, last 3 years of America was like that for me. And people tell me to pick up shit from the garden. They're mad. Like some mad shit was going on, bro. Some mad things happened in America, mad things. But if I was any less of the man I was, I wouldn't be sitting in front of you today. I learned how strong I am, innit? That I could bounce back, innit? Like that's what I learned. I kind of learned. And these lessons weren't learned as I was doing it. These lessons are now, as I can reflect now, I can see what I was learning. Do you know what I mean? I learned I can survive anything. Like I said, I don't need no one for anything, but also learned that I can help a lot of people, like just as easy as walking. Like it just comes out my pores. But why are you so happy? Because that's the way to be. Why are you so nice? Because it's nice to be nice. Everything else doesn't make sense. Everything else feeds that other part of my mental health that I don't want to grow. I want to starve that motherfucker. You know? But he wants to feed the bad parts. He wants to feed the good parts. So I try my best to feed the good parts and be aware of the bad parts and not feed them too much. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can't help it because people are see you next Tuesday sometimes, aren't they? You know what I mean? And I didn't swear, I spelt it, didn't I? Come on. Yeah, but they are, so, yeah. Yeah.
Right.
What?
It's a good place to take a decent break.
Yeah?
Take like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, no, before you leave your seats, stay where you are. I have something very, very exciting for you right now. Another part of me, but not me and not me. So, yeah, but you can wrap up, sir. Yeah, we good to go?
I'll see you in a little while.
You see me in a little while?
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Thank you, guys. This isn't poetry, it's therapy. If you know what I've been through, some of you might run from me. If your friendship's true, when I'm done, you'll comfort me. When was the last time someone asked you how you felt and meant it? When was the last time you asked yourself, took your time and spent it? Health is wealth. As for me, it's been an eternity since the question was true, unattached to a motive or an agenda. I swear I'm one of the last great pretenders because I see, but I believe it will change. Not just when you need me do you know my name. Call me on a whim. If you're passing in my haunts, check if I'm in. If you get lucky, share the win. Ask me how I'm doing and mean it. A genuine friend's attention can change things. I've seen it. No man's an island. Everyone could use your helping hand. Child, woman, or man. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. But who keeps me when I'm in a jam? Who strokes my back that says, yes, you can. Do anything you put your mind to. I'm right here. I believe in you. I never had that. Not so much angry than I want to understand me. This isn't poetry. It's therapy. And when I'm done, I want you to remember me. Remember what I said a genuine friend could be. Maybe you could help me find a remedy to that which ails me. Maybe you could save me. Maybe I could save you. Am I crazy? Maybe. Tell me about you. What have you had to go through? How did you overcome it? Tell me your story. Run it. You're still on your journey? Then holler me at the summit. Then we'll sum it up. But who gives a fuck? Once there's as much laughs as tears. More kisses and hearts than spears. We overcome and conquer our deepest fears. And to the ones we truly love, our feelings are clear. This isn't poetry. It's therapy. Oh, whoa. No, you don't. Get your ass over here. This amazing young man called Ethan, who's mirroring me, playing my movement self. He's an amazing dancer. He was choreographed by a lady here called Sinead. She's part of the family too. He's on to great things. How do you feel about that?
I feel good.
Well, I know you're a bit shy, but thank you so much, man. You're an amazing guy. We're going to do more stuff together. Cool, it's half time, guys. Let's get some drinks and buy a little bit, and then we'll get to the second half, yeah? Thank you guys so much. All right, so, guys, this is for you. I think I'm going to use Ches, help me out, because the voice is too far away. If I can, anyone who wants to ask a question, you come up here and grab the mic. Come grab the mic, bro. Come and grab this mic, because we got our mics. Yeah, go on, that's all right. Here he is. Yeah. You got a question, so take the mic back down there, and then you ask a question with the mic back down there.
Oh, you're going to pass it around down to...
Yeah, they can pass the mic, right? Then we can talk anything, we can talk outside there. That's good with the mic down there, aren't we? we set... Huh?
My man's
Yeah,
got a
so the
question.
question I've got for you, Ayo,
Yeah?
is you spoke about your time in America.
Yeah.
What brought you to America?
What brought me to America? A plane? Nothing. A bit of dick.
Say?
No, I said a plane. Basically, I'm an actor as well. I've been acting for years. And I tried to flip my script. Like, you said we're going to break up the dark stuff. So, yeah, I used to rave a lot, drink a lot, do loads of different things. So just prior to going to America, I thought I was just kind of banging my head against the wall, almost. Just getting up, going to work, coming home, going raving. No, I wasn't even work, I was going raving, drinking, partying. I needed more to define myself. I didn't think I could get it here in this environment. And I thought I was in a real self-destructive cycle. Yeah. So I believed that I could change it by going to the States and pursuing my acting more there, because at that time it was smaller than the world was. Let me stop babbling. The world has got smaller over the past 10, 15, 20 years. When I first started acting, if you wanted to achieve anything, you had to go to LA or go to certain places to get seen and stuff and do auditions there during pilot season and all that. Yeah. However, when I decided to go there, things have got smaller, so there you could do your videos from here. So I didn't need to do that, but I thought I did. So that's what I went to America for. Okay. But I did like almost frying pan fire. So I jumped out of the frying pan and went straight into the fire, bro. Right. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot.
Did you achieve what you went to do?
Oh, hell no.
No?
No way. I nearly died.
Okay.
I nearly died on about 3 or 4 occasions. Like, literally, nearly died. Like, I don't want to talk about it. Okay. But I nearly died. Literally, I was in Chicago, Chirac. Okay. I was in some sticky situations. Like, one of them was my own fault. The other 3 were nothing to do with me. And it was sticky, bro. Like, straps and all sorts. And I was just like, only the fact that I come from the streets, like, when I say come from the streets, I have a knowledge of the road here, that I managed to survive out there. Because you can see when the wind changes, and sometimes you have to start rapping, running, or fighting and do what you need to do. That's what kind of happened, man. It was mad. And no disrespect to anyone, I don't care to even like give it any more energy than it did, but I nearly died 4 times. Okay. And that's there. I've nearly died more times here. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've had a gun to my head with a silencer and it hasn't gone off. Can you imagine? Like, that kind of, seriously, that's how deep it's got. That's like, crazy. Man has pulled a gun, tried to, like, go like that, silencer, and it's jammed to my forehead, bro. To my forehead. And I reacted. 2 days later is when it hit me and I started crying. I went to one of my mother and my children's house. I just broke down and cried. Like, I realized I could have been dead. It never hit me straight away. Yeah. It hit me like days later. Yeah.
Cool.
Anyone else? Questions. You got a lot out of that, didn't you? Voice Adjunct, did you like that? Hello? Yeah. My man. Go on.
What has Life Talks taught you over the 100 episodes?
That's a very good question, Alana. It's taught me that I can't do everything on my own. Like I said to Carl earlier on, I still need like a coal in a fire. I still need to touch other people. And when I touch other people, that can enhance me. It's taught me that life is very fragile. You know what I'm saying? It's humbled me. It's taught me that I'm not going through the things on my own. It's taught me how powerful I am, how much I can help people. It's taught me how to reflect on certain things. It's taught me consistency. It's taught me empathy in a different realm. I know about empathy, but on a totally different realm, on a totally different level. It's taught me mad humility and gratefulness, you know, respect. It's constantly teaching me, and that's the beauty of it. I could go back and watch our episode. Okay, Lana's got her own business, so she does these things where you draw a line here, you stick your eyelashes on, among other things. Real entrepreneurial young lady, this lady is. You check her episode, that's one of the first ones. Hey. Yeah, come on, yeah. Give people the flowers, go on.
Rap too.
Episode number 2, yeah. You signed off on this when other people didn't. You supported me, and you're here now at 100. So get another round of applause for that. Because you was there at the beginning and you're here now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the reason why I supported you is because the energy that you bring to every project that you touch is just amazing. And it's like, how can you not support someone that's bringing so much positivity into the world? So
God bless you.
I commend you because I support you because I see the positivity that you're doing and Live Talks. So many amazing episodes. I've not watched all of them,
Yeah, neither
but
have I.
I've watched, exactly, but I've watched a lot of them, and the common thread between them all is that you leave enriched with something positive, and I think that's you all
Thank
over.
you. Yeah, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Can we get that mic turned up, please? The handheld mic. Can we get it turned up a bit, please? So we can hear. I want to hear everything. God bless you. Thank you. I received that. Come on. All right, stop that.
I'm going to switch it up a bit. You said when you were in America.
In America, yes.
And you were on your own and you
Can
were
we turn this mic up a bit? I can't hear you. You're talking to the mic.
and you were cooking dinner. And
Cooking
then
dinner.
And then you said, and a dessert. So I want to know, what's your favorite dessert, or maybe your top 3 desserts?
Okay, that's a good freaking answer. My top... Question, yeah, sorry. My top... See, you start talking about desserts, I get discombobulated.
Getting excited already.
Yeah, it's very, very much so. What are you talking about? Yes. First and foremost, where's C? C, you know what time it is. First one is Bakewell Tart, cooked by Gracefully Cakes, if I said it right. Did I say it right? Yeah. No? Did I say it right? Graceful Delight. Is that right? Cool, check out Graceful Delight. Amazing desserts. You're gonna find out after the show. I'll let you know after the show where you get them online and all that kind of stuff. The baker's in the back there. But Bakewell Tart, I like that from school. And then Momo makes it amazingly. Donut from Wenzel's. At the moment, I can't stop eating them fucking things. They make me swear again. I'm so sorry. I can't stop eating the ones with the hundreds of thousands on them. I can't stop eating them. You know, like I can't stop eating them, bro. They're so nice. And it's like, even when I eat them, they release endorphins in my brain or something. I'm like, I even like a bite, and sometimes I dribble a little bit. The donuts Gracefully Delight. That's the name of the business. All right, you know what? Let's get this right. Can you say it, please, Momo? Graceful Delight. Yeah? Is that yeah? Graceful Delight. It's just the business is just starting. Also, we have food, selling on the mic, but we're going to do that later on. What's the question? My dessert. Okay, so the first one was the Bakewell Tart. Second one was a donut. Third one was my partner. Whole dessert. Go on, next question.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I create the hierarchy. Thank you very much. God bless you. That's that feminism stuff you talk about right there. Look at women like, she should be number one. She is where she is, okay? And it's good. She's happy. Why you not? Go on, yeah. What's the, anyone questions? Come on with the questions.
Yes. Life
Who's that
Talks.
deep voice guy? Ross Clark. Yeah. That's what
Yeah, Life Talks.
Okay, Rob. Go on.
Brother. Life Talks. Right. So, what had you give it that name?
What?
Life Talks.
What have I given?
What was it that had you give it that name? Your podcast.
That name?
Yes, Live
Could you,
Talks.
I'll just say, it was just a name that was brought up by the voice behind the camera. He does more than one podcast. He's very innovative. He makes up stuff like, he's quite, you know, he's a creator, create stuff. So we done our first episode. He was like, what should we call it? And it was like, bing. He said, let's talk it, let's call it Live Talks. And it stuck. Can you get the mic, please, so we can make sure we get the sound? Yeah, just pass it around, man. It's a mic, man.
Isn't it because everyone talks about their personal experience of life and what their interpretation is? Yeah.
Bring it in, guys. Find your seat. Can we get these guys some champagne, please? The ones that's walking in, please. Get them some glasses. There might be some glass on the table right there. You come to the Q&A. Good timing. You never miss the whole show. Welcome to the 100th episode. Yeah. Is there fresh glasses there? If not, we've got your bottle over there, please. One that's already open, preferably. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Yeah. Next question.
Yeah.
Have you got anyone got a question?
Yeah. I just want to know, being such a positive man.
He's trying to go on the stage. He's about to get up on the stage, Yeah, can I come on the stage and ask a question? Yeah, because I'm looking so good.
You're good. No, being such a positive man and a good role model, you do inspire me, and I believe that we do have the same energy, and I love that. I just want to know, what more high heights are you taking Life Talks to? What's the journey? What's the
What more that what?
What more have you got coming for us regarding Life Talks?
Yeah. What more we got coming for you is we are going to talk to more people about their lives. We're going to try and, me and the team behind, me and the other team behind the camera, the Wizard and the Voice, formulating some other stuff to do with youth, to do with mental health. My learned partner over here, Carl Ramsey. I'd like to call him Sir Carl Ramsey, but I'm not a king, so I can't knight him, but he's a knight in my eyes. We're working on some projects that I don't. Come on, I don't want to. You already know that I don't want to let the cat out of the bag too hard, but we're creating.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna constantly create. Yeah. Right? We're creating. I'm creating here. Creating with the voice behind the camera. I'm creating stuff with you and other people in the room. Yeah. We're getting together. We're making stuff. We just want to. Not to be like, we want to make the world a better place, or at least remind people that there are nice things out there that there are things you can gravitate towards, and just be positive. I don't give a shit what people think of like certain things, like, oh yeah, look at me, I'm Ayo. I don't care about that. I want to help people and make people grow. So that the whole reason of this podcast isn't like the same as other podcasts. I don't care for people to know me, because if you know me, innit? Like if you know me, you'll know, innit? So this is about helping people. So I want to help more people. That's what you're going to see from us. We're going to grow it. We're going to be family orientated. We're going to bring back the village mentality. You know what I'm saying? If people don't know anything to do with myself, Carl, Junior, Mac, Momo, C, like CJ there, access, I don't have accesses to there. Anyone from my camp, Sean Ford, who just walked in as well, Alana, yourself, Banner, Cheese, like Sinead, Ethan. I don't remember your name, but you'll be on the show soon, the poetry show soon. Like the family at the back, everyone in here brings things to the table. We're going to bring as much things to the table as we can, and we're going to share. We're going to build. You know what I mean? We're going to change things
and
up.
That's what I love about you, your creative mind and your energy. But yeah, man.
And I've got a book coming out. See, I forget stuff. Sorry, I think about everyone else. I've got a book coming out called Poet Behind the Mic. Got a book coming out in August, maybe the month. What's the month after August? September. Maybe August, September. Website that is already built, but you're going to help me fix that up. We've got a website and there's clothing. Like when I say clothing, there's on the website we've got Mr. Showlove himself, as we see here, as you can see me. You get that? You got that, yeah? Oi, stop looking at the lunchbox.
He's a model now. He's modeling as well.
He said, pause. So we've got this brand, which is my friend's brand, Carl. It's been around for a long, long time. It's foundation brand. We've got Life Talks. We've got the Poet Behind the Mic. We've got Protector at all costs. We've got the event we do. Do you want to add?
It's called Show Love.
Show Love.
Yeah.
Show
so
Mo
you check
love.
it out. Just Google it.
It's on Instagram, Show Love London. It's been going for, this is the 20th year that we've been in production. So, it's all right.
I like the way, I love it. The humility soul thing, man. You've done great things in fashion, and you've helped me a lot in my life as well, irrespective of that. Love you, bro.
Love you too, man.
Come on. Question,
Yeah, the question that I wanted to originally ask you before you was telling your story was, what made you start the podcast?
What made I start the podcast?
Yeah.
There's the artistic side, but then there's the money side of it. Like Jay was like, no, we got to package this on money side and do certain things with it. But also we've got to keep creating. So I did do one with some other people. It didn't work. Didn't come to fruition. No hard feelings. Then we started this one, and it's like we did one, we did two, and he's like, no, you can do this. And I have to also say that my mental health wasn't great when I started this podcast.
Okay.
It got better through the podcast.
Right.
Throughout doing the podcast, the suggestion to do the podcast was something that helped my mental health. Even though, because like I said, I've got love for everyone in this room. He's an amazing person. And it's his reason, he's one of the reasons that I'm sitting in front of you right now. Do you know what I'm saying? You know you have brothers that you want to fight with. Yeah, he's one of the reasons.
Round of applause.
That goes without saying. Anyone who wants to know, understand that I started with him. Do you understand? And Mac. I wouldn't be the man I am today without this gentleman, Axel, my brothers and sisters, Momo, certain other people. But when it comes to the actual podcast stuff, I'll start with these guys. That's where it started. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Go on.
Well, without getting too, I suppose, competitive, what other podcasts do you look up to? What other things that are around the internet?
Oh shit, mate! I don't know. No. I'm joking. I'm joking. What other podcasts do I look up to? Anything that's addressing the stuff that needs to be addressed, and it's not like so. Oh, do you know what though? There's one that just does what it wants. That no rules. Goggles. Love my man. Love Specs Goggles. Love his family as well. Love my man. I cannot say nothing. I ain't got a bad thing to say about him or nothing negative. On the sofa? On the sofa's all right, but on the sofa hasn't had the consistency it needs to have any impact for me.
Diary of a CEO.
I've just been honest. You want the truth? What do you mean? I ain't sugarcoating shit. It's shit. And that, not the sofa ain't shit, but I ain't sugarcoating shit. I'll tell you as it is.
Diary of a CEO.
Who?
Diary of a CEO is Stephen Bartlett.
What's that? Stephen Bartlett.
Yeah.
Stephen Bartlett. I don't know it. I don't know him.
You see the clip.
Oh, cut the chat. No, Damon. Yeah? Who's Stephen Bartlett?
He's got a
Big up Stephen Bartlett.
Yeah, podcast Diary of a CEO. But I actually think you're a really positive black male role model, and I think on social media there's a lot of black people doing a lot of silliness because obviously tomfoolery gets likes.
More
And I think the movement towards actually nourishing and enriching people's life is actually really starting with Life Talk. So I really commend you on keeping the narrative.
Thank you. See, I swear a lot, but I try to keep it smooth and keep it real. Do you know what I mean? And do the right things. You know what I mean? Just do it properly. We don't need to be what we're not. Like, just take a look at the book, the catalogue, and you'll know who we are. That's all I need. Real can just do that without anything else, any bravado. You know.
Let me ask you a big question. Sorry, it's just popped into my head.
Sorry, I forgot I never answered your podcast question, but I like touching my legs.
If someone,
I don't know, my legs feel nice. My legs. Okay. Can I get done for that? I can't get done for that, can I?
No, you can't. That's hilarious.
Go on, what's that? Hey, don't think fucking nice.
One more question.
Don't no one touch him later, though. Don't even fucking try it. You can, Momo.
If someone...
What did he say? Do I use iMac? I'm not that hairy. Cheers. I'm not that hairy. Go on. Let my man ask you a question. I don't have hair.
If someone offered you like a large sum of money to purchase Life Talks, would you accept it?
Yeah, take it.
No, it depends. What do you mean? When you say to purchase Live Talks, I don't understand. You have to elaborate on the question.
If they offered to kind of buy into the brand and now you work for Live Talks as a presenter, as the host, but they run things, they come up with the subjects, they put the money.
Nah.
You wouldn't?
Nah. No. Not if not. They'd have to have, huh? $500,000 for what? If you look, listen to this. 10 million. Go on, you look, say all your numbers. Yeah, no, I'll tell you what it is. Yeah, I'll tell you what it is. Yeah, tell me how much money. 10 million, $500,000, whatever. You lot got to look at, yeah? I need money. I've got kids to feed. Everyone needs money to do what they need to do. If money is just money is a means to an end. Like, if you look at all that shit that's in the front of you, not shit, but all that stuff in front of you, that money's gone now. It's just money. Like that, I worked hard. I've got the money there. You look, drink it. It's gone. Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean nothing. But the fact of what you said, Alana, about what the therapy and integral stuff you get from this, the stuff I was talking about the voice behind the camera, getting me through stuff, the stuff we've shared, it's real. If I now sell out for 10 million, if I get 10 million, I'm sitting there, but I might as well take up the arse, excuse my French. Do you know what I mean? I might as well sell everything if I'm going to sell that. It's integrity, because people are then going to follow me, watch me, and possibly be influenced like that. For what? No, I said possibly. And all I'm saying is, for me, let me answer the question, is I would sell it, but I wouldn't sell the integrity and the artistic control over it. I wouldn't let you tell me how to deliver stuff to people or how to behave, or you can't swear, or you can't do this, because this is part of who I am. So that's the only reason I wouldn't sell it like that. Because if I've got it to the point where someone wants to buy it, I can take it further. And that's how I feel. Unless they do it my way, or see you later. That's it. That's my answer. That's how I feel about that. We'd have to negotiate, and I'd have to have the artistic control over it, or it don't make sense. It's like you're using me to feed people rubbish, and I don't sell drugs.
That's a good answer. Very good answer.
Nah, why?
Are
For
there,
what?
sorry, are there any other questions?
There's a question
Yeah.
right there.
Is the mic on? Okay.
Yeah.
So, has
What's your name?
there-
Where you from?
Grace. And
Grace?
I'm from North London.
All right, cool. Go on.
Has there been anyone that's come on Life Talks podcast that's made you change the way you've seen things?
Has anyone come on the show and change the way I think?
Yeah.
Wow. Yes, but I'm gonna have to remember the people who they were. Okay. No, he never changed the way, but he did. We spoke about it. Okay, Warren, rest in peace. Definitely Warren, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Warren. Warren never changed the way I think. Albert changed the way I thought. Albert, if you go back and look at Albert Johnson's podcast, he talks about energy and emotions and stuff. And sometimes the name you're given and how it describes in the world and the reason we do things in the Panama. He talked to me about comfort food. He made me understand why I eat fish and chips. Because I remember when I used to eat fish and chips when I was young, I was happy. So I go back, that's my go-to meal. But I didn't know why until I had that podcast with Albert. He told me about how people do things for comfort and there's things we play out in life. And there's pantomimes, there's stuff that me and you will do, there's stuff that me and Jay will do. There's stuff we just do in our bodies and we can break those things. We don't have to do them. That was the one. The one with Albert Johnson was so educational. However, I think I learn every time I speak to people on the podcast because there's a level of vulnerability that people bring to the podcast and talk. Sean, Ches, Banner, Jab, there was time, Alana, there's times, I don't know who else out there that we've done podcasts with, there's times in all of them that I could have choked up and cried or been upset or jumped out my body or wanted to say something, wanted to hold it down, and I was like, wow, there's so much fucking bravery for you to say that. Wow, I've gone through that. Wow, how did you manage, how can you sit across the table from me so calm? How did you get here? I would have crumbled under such pressure. How? Do you know what I mean? Like, I've done a podcast with you and your daughter. I'm like, wow, you got stabbed how many times? How many times have you been stabbed? 19 times this guy. But bro, come here a minute. Just one sec, go make it quick. Come here. You ate all a pound of sugar. Come here. Look how small this guy is. He's been stabbed 19 times. Turn to them, not to me, bro. 19 times this guy's been stabbed. He's standing on the stage. Look how happy he is. He opened the show for us. Look at the man in front of you. That's why I do what I do. That's it, right there. That's it. I swear to God. Powerful, you people like power, bro. Powers, you give me powers. Mama up there give me powers. My son give me powers. You don't give me powers. You give me powers. We talk every fucking day. I don't accident in the building. We talk about this, all this stuff. Give me powers, man. Sorry, any other questions? We still got time. Go on,
I got one. So if you could interview anyone, alive or not,
wow,
have them on Live Talks for the 101 or 102nd episode, who would that be? Doesn't have to be one person, it can be a couple.
Nelson Mandela. Someone who survived slavery, or someone who was alive when slavery was going down, but one of those people that just kept fighting. One of the survivors just kept fighting. I'd want to know what in them kept them fighting in light of everything that went on. That's the question I could have asked. I'd want to know where they get that, because like today it's hard enough to keep going, and we know about institutional racism, this, that, that. Today I want to question them. Nelson Mandela. Who interests me? Maybe that fella Jordan Peterson. I wouldn't mind talking to him. Maybe what's the name? Andrew Tate as well. I'd ask him questions not that he gets asked, because I just ask you proper questions. Who? Nah, I'm not really into music like that. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I know he was a great man, but not even. And maybe who? I'd like to talk to him, but no, not him. I'd rather talk to Malcolm X. Do you know what I mean? Like Malcolm X, because I'd rather talk to the people who had their beast, tamed their beast, and kept it moving. Because we all like that's where I come from. Like I've been saying, that's who I am. Like I've got that beast, but we tame it and we do the right things. Like us as black men, we've got some mental health, beat, all of that stuff. Naturally, men are supposed to be like, that's what, protect. We have to pour water on all of that. Now when we do it, it's like we're doing the wrong thing. Like even the way I talk like that, see how I'm talking? If I talk in the wrong setting, people are like, rah, what's going on? And I'm just talking. So I have to condense that. That's bullshit. The first fucker that landed in Africa, that thought he could fuck with us. The first person, why? That first one, that one there, that one, the one who started it. Him. Seriously. And I'd love to, you don't even know if it's him. And I'd love to slap him as well. You know, just give him a slap. You know, like the wolves, we just slap. Like, what you said? Shut up, man. Do it. And then keep talking, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's. And my dad.
Wow, that'd be a big one.
And my dad. I don't know my dad. I met my dad when I was 28. I don't know him. In my culture and where I come from, I still feel like a kid in front of my dad. I can't find the words. Like, look at me talking on this is going online. You can see this is the 100th episode. We talked to. Sorry? There's no relationship. Yeah. Yeah. But I will turn into the kid. I'll be like, yeah, okay, yeah, dad, you know, dad, yeah, dad. But I won't know. But here, look at me, I'm talking. You know me, I can talk. I'll be like, yo, what are you talking about? My son at the bucket, I can talk. Why can't I talk? My dad's there. I don't know. You know, I feel you. I don't know. My dad, I don't know.
Yeah.
You could call it. Yeah, but I think it's more than that. I think it's yeah, it's a scar. Yeah, it's a scar. Yeah. Because really, I want to say, bro, what the fuck? Where was you, bro? Why didn't you just say? I get it, because I've got kids and baby mums now. Why don't you fight? Why don't you try harder? You had it. Can you get the mic, please? Where's the mic? Thank you for your questions.
So,
I'm going to listen to what you're saying in 1 second, voice. Go on.
about, where are we now? 2023. So you're talking about 2010. My dad, no relationship. He would come every now and then.
How old are you?
39.
Okay.
But he never used to really spend time with me and my brother. He would come, give my mum money, whatever. They would talk, and then me and my brother maybe in the other room or whatever, and he'd leave. About 10 years ago, 12 years ago, my mum and my dad tried to rekindle their relationship.
Wow.
Now, for those who don't know, my brother's been in and out of prison since I've been 13 years old. So for me, I had to be the man of the house at that age. And so even now, like, I feel like I'm the older one. My brother knows this as well, and he kind of accepts that because he knows him
What's gone through, yeah.
being in and out of prison, that's just the way it's gone.
Yeah.
So there was a time when, about 10 years ago, my mum and my dad decided to get back together. I wasn't too happy with it. My mum, why?
Because he wasn't there before?
Because it was, for me, like I said, I felt like the man of the house in it. My brother didn't really feel the same way I did, but how I felt was that you wasn't there for us as children, but all of a sudden you want to now bypass all of that and just get back with the woman that you wasn't even there for. So I was angry with both.
That's a good question.
I was angry with my mum because I was angry with both of them. I was pissed.
Break it down, though.
So I'm trying to literally use the right word because it wasn't a case of where I was angry. I was angry with my mum. All right, cool, yeah. So I was disappointed with my mum, angry with my dad. Yeah. Again, how my mum feels about that. So my mum has had a couple of partners, not loads, but a couple of partners during the whole time. Like I said, when up from the age of 13, when I had to, I was the kind of person that I would come home, see my mum's with someone, and I'm checking this guy out.
We're taking him out.
I'm checking him out. Like,
You're checking him out, running him out.
asking him his name, situation.
Okay.
So my mum always felt as though I was trying to get in between her relationship. That wasn't the case, but I've seen what you've gone through, what I'm having to do at 13, 14, 15, 16, and it wasn't in a bad way with these guys. But then when my dad came in now, it was like, nah, that's not happening, innit? So there was a situation about 10 years ago where literally I was in my mum's house. I'm so cool. So from the age of 13, like I said, all the way up to like, I'm 39 now. So you're talking like 18, 19, 20 now, where it was like me and my mum, the house, buying things and stuff. And there was one time that literally triggered me. I come to the house and my dad has got his feet up on the table.
It was comfortable, yeah?
That I paid for. That I bought.
So you just saw red?
I saw red. That's not the time when we had this confrontation, but things like that used to get me angry. Yeah. I'm coming home, my mum's cooking dinner, but then she's cooking my man something separate. Yeah. It's like, what did I learn from it? What I did learn from it is that going through, so I've been now broke up with my partner, the father of my children. And going through what I've gone through, it's made me, like, even though I'm always there for my kids and I would never not be there for my children, but how difficult it's been, I started to feel like, maybe some men just can't deal with that.
You understand, you comprehend.
So I could never understand why a man would just turn his back on his children, because that's something I would never do. But I've got to a point where I can kind of understand why maybe some men do that.
So listen,
or take, or, go on.
No, you go on.
Or why they would maybe just be like, you know what, wait till the kids are 18 and they can come and check me. Right, exactly. Yeah. And in the last couple of weeks, yeah, of course, yeah, we all have feelings, we all deal with different things, situations, and plus that they make mistakes as well, exactly. And in the last month or so, I've actually asked, I'm gonna call my dad. I need to call him just to have a grown man conversation. Yeah. But with the confrontation thing, why I started this is that there was, I don't want to go too much into it.
You better hurry up, because we ain't got much time left.
Yeah, I don't want to go too much into it, but I saw something on his phone that I wasn't happy with. And then
you with another chick or something?
Yeah, basically. While he's with my mum. So that's when I was like, all right, cool, hold on. I told my mum about it first. I told her, I'm giving you the opportunity to approach him.
Whoa, wait a minute. You saw the thing on his phone.
And I told my mum first. I told my mum what I'd seen, and I said, look, you deal with it.
Yeah, I don't want to digress too much.
Come back a couple of days later, and everything's all good. So I've now said to my mum, so okay, cool, and he just basically tried to brush my mum off like, it was nothing. So that's when I said, all right, hold on.
We're gonna have to unpack this at a later time, Cheese, man.
Cool, no problem. But I had that conversation with him where we almost got physical, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't, because we ain't got much time. What I want to say to you is the stuff that we spoke about. See, were you gonna ask? Are you about to say something in the middle of that? Was you gonna ask something?
A little bit. Yeah.
Go on.
It's a deep one because I've been working in mental health for the last 6 years now.
Yeah.
And what you're talking about really is, it's not even that you've got a direct problem with your dad per se. It's with the concept
of course
represents.
Yeah.
And it's what voice keeps shouting out, which is basically, we got to remember when people grow up.
Yeah.
And if you go back a couple generations, when you talk about baby boomers and Gen X, and then the millennials, we all grew. He came from a generation where children were heard but not seen but not heard.
Exactly.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
So the way they parented was a systemic problem. Like, I don't want to kind of stand there and grandstand about.
No, I agree. I agree. I know
yours, and you feel the way you do.
Yeah.
But it's endemic. Like that whole generation of men have got a lot to account for
100%.
in terms of the trauma that they passed on to the children, to their wives, to the daughters. It's actually, it needs some. I always say people need counselling, but there's something around.
It needs Jesus.
Before the counselling comes, we need to be in a place. More than that, we need to be in a place where we can communicate better, because people feel like their situation is the only one that happened. And when you really check it on a wider front, you realise that my mum's story, my grand story, just like your one. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's where the healing really is. when you can sit in front of your dad and recognize who he is before, sorry, one sec, before him being your dad, if you removed, you almost remove, like, when I deal with Ayo, and we both got children, like I've got two sons and a daughter, and when I speak to my son, I speak to him by his name as opposed to my son. And we have the opportunity now to, yeah, you can be my son in certain capacities, but more time I'm going to recognize where you're at, because they're growing up in different times. There's this massive gulf between what we call older people, like I'm 45, and my son's 24, so there's a gulf. And generationally there's a gulf, but it doesn't have to be that way. We can not repeat those cycles. So think about your son or your child talking about you in 10 years' time.
Go on, Alana.
I was going to say that my dad came over in the 50s, so he was first generation educated in this country. And him and his brothers and sisters have got so much trauma associated with being the first black face in the playground. They've kind of they've kind of led the way for us to feel entitled as black British people. And I think that as I grew up and I got older, I only really realised how much they went through for us to feel entitled. And I think that when you look at the first generation immigrants anyway, but particularly Caribbean with, you know, the 75th anniversary of the Windrush, first black face in the playground, never been seen before. They were a rarity. It was like the trauma that they've had to go through for us to sit here and say, yeah, we're black British and we don't give a fuck. And we have to really actually recognise their trauma to the point where we're now entitled. And I think that's something that we don't really acknowledge.
No, yeah, they should recognise. That's the point of things. Guys, I think this will be the last question, then we're going to have to just go back to a question from C, maybe something from the voice. I want something from the wizard, then we're going to close up. We're going to talk in the lobby afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, touching on mental health, and like, I'm a very expressive person, so I do suffer with myself, and I do believe it is a label. But it's all about expressing, and for me, it's all about, this journey for me, this whole year has been about healing, which you know, and as I'll let you all know, I've given myself to God and got baptized about 2 months ago, and for me, it's about taking accountability and understanding you as a person, because as we grow, I'm 35 at the moment. I've got 7 kids. I love them dearly.
You're 35. You've got 7 kids.
Yeah.
Well done.
And I do my job. Thank you. and like, you know what? Like I diet. Don't worry.
Dye your hair.
I joke me. I run, man. I joke. I joke. Yeah, but no, like, you know what? I lost my way, and I started I denied my own love, and I found love in women, always in a relationship, when really I should have been in a relationship with me, myself, God, and my goals. And right now, I'm in a relationship with me, myself, God, and my goals, and I'm doing a very good run. So yeah, let you know. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Can I get that mic? Yeah. Sean, have you got anything to ask? Because you came, even though you came when you came, because like you made the effort to come down. Before we close up, because we'll be one of the last questions, we pass the mic to Jay. I'm glad you're here. Give that guy the mic afterwards. Now you don't want the mic. You see, people don't know about this motherfucker. He'll be doing all that, and he don't really want the mic. Be like, you do, give me the mic, but he won't. you. Go on. Sean, you got the mic?
Yeah, no, I don't have a question.
Welcome, Sean Fawole.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Mumsy, you go and bye, Mumsy. Take care, family. God bless you both.
Yeah, just to follow on from what Sir and the Blazer said.
Yeah, that's Jab the Rooster, artiste.
Jab, yeah, so it's about taking accountability, no worries. It's about taking accountability and actually going into yourself, doing the healing that you need to do, getting close with God, and making sure that you're prioritizing thyself. Like, you have to do the work for yourself. Our parents, we can blame them, we can blame anyone, we can talk about people from back in the days, talk about slavery and all of that, but that's to some degree irrelevant. Because at the end of the day, it's about yourself. You've got to do the work and fulfill your purpose in whatever way you need to fulfill it. You know what I mean? You can't just
but can I
live.
Just ask you something? I really, really love and appreciate what you're saying. It's very poignant. But do you have a question for me?
Do I have a question for you?
Yeah, a question for me, because this is all
No, I don't have a question. I feel like everyone sort of covered the questions.
You just came late. Ask me a question, man. Yeah, I'm hotting your ass up now. Yeah, you better ask me something. Or one of the people that came in that don't know me asked me something. But you gonna take the mic and start grandstanding. And what I think is great stuff.
No, because
Ask me a
obviously
question,
I was listening. I've been
I want a
listening,
question, ask me a question,
and obviously from what I've been hearing, that's my verdict on what we've been discussing for the whole
Okay,
session.
I
Yeah.
know.
But my question that I have to you then is.
I knew you had one. Come on.
So what's the next steps with live talks?
What's the next step with live
what's
talks?
what's the next step?
Group interviews. Just carrying on the same way that things have been going. See like we're doing here right now. Okay, boom. Same thing. See my brethren there, Ches. Right. Cheese, aka Cheese. Cheese said to me the other day, he's got a youth that he doesn't see. I don't see some of my children for whatever reason. Our pantomimes are our own. But there's a lot of men that don't get to see their children and are suffering. We want to see our children. So there's a lot of women that are going through abuse, like subtle and like real out there right in your face. These kind of things I want to sit down and talk about, and how we address them, how we don't pantomime stuff, how we stop these things from happening, and how we illuminate just certain things, just the things that are happening. That's the next step, Sean. That's the having the conversations that actually need to be had, not having a conversation to make myself sound, oh yeah, he's so intelligent, he knows this, and oh yes, I know all these words. And all that. It's not that for me, and it's not that for Life Talks. It's like make the change in it, have the conversation and make the change. Like the conversation me and this brother has on a daily basis. Oh my God. Some of you's hair would turn grey, some would fall out, and others would be rejuvenated. And this is what it's about. Talking the realness, the real talk. Some stuff you don't want to hear, but it's the truth about yourself and about the world. And then bringing it up. That's the next step for Life Talks.
Okay,
like
lovely.
Real conversations, real timing.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, that's what we're going.
And is it going to be like this, or is it going to be, you're going to continue with the podcast?
This is a celebration for 100. This is a milestone, baby girl.
I know, that's why I'm here.
No, it'll be more intimate, but this is very intimate.
Yeah.
Like, I think there will be times where more people will be invited like this, and people can come and put their input and talk about, because it's about creating a community and everyone understanding
exactly, because this is quite healing for some as well. This is probably quite healing for some here already.
This is healing
discussing
for me.
these topics. Thank you.
Thank you. It is.
Yeah,
Getting that. Yeah. And people are going to need cream for their hands to heal their hands, and they'll be clapping as well. Do you know what?
Right,
See, you've got to think. Wizard, you need to ask something, bro. Can you get the mic, please? Because his voice is deep, but no one. Pass the mic along. You lot make a chain. Let me hear something from the Wizard, and then we're gonna close because these lot are gonna. Are we run over? I can't see the technical people yet. Are we good?
Just 9:30 now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Jem.
Hello.
Come here, please.
What's your favourite quote and
What's
why?
your flavour? What's your flavor? What's your flavor? Sorry. What you said? No, ask the question, bro.
What's your favourite quote and why?
What's my favourite quote and why? That's a good question. My mum bust. My mum used to bust so many on me when I was young. And then one day I worked, listen, a fool at 25 is a fool for life. She bust one of me at Christmas, yeah? She bust one of me at Christmas. Everyone, we didn't understand it clearly, but it killed us all. My mum goes, a child can grow teeth as big as they want, once they can grow the lips to cover it. The fuck is that, bro? I was like, I got it. But I think my favorite quote is I think it's charity begins at home, man. I think it's charity begins at home. There's so many different things to be said. No, I'm wrong. It's be the change you want to see in the world. That's my favorite quote. I use it a lot. It's be the change, and that's what I strive to do. Because there's been times I'm like, why is that person doing that? Why is this? Why is it? And that's all bollocks. You can't do nothing about other people, what they're doing. But you can do stuff about what you do, how you do what you do to people, and how you receive people. And that's what I try to do. Try and do some of what you said about look at my dad in those eyes. So I don't totally hate him or not, and I give him a little bit of rope because I understand it was harder back then to communicate and part your family, but I still feel violated. You know what I mean? I still feel I could have got more from my dad. The man I am today, if I got the input, I would be flying. But I'm here, so I'm happy. But yeah. Do you know what the wickedest thing is? I would have fucking killed for that attention as a kid. Do you know what I mean? He knows I love him. He loves me too. All of them. Like, he knows. You can see the banner and stuff. But I would have killed for that. Do you know what I mean? So that's part of what I'm saying. I'm trying to change things up myself and do what needs to be done. And he might pull away and all that, but I know he fucking loves that deep inside. Do you know what I mean? It's better knowing that your people love you and are there for you. You hear him say, I'm generous because he knows I've got his back. I think it's important the people that we love and that love us back know that we're there for them. And we are there for them and not other people that don't deserve it kind of thing. On that note, I think we're going to have to wrap things up because I think we're on time, yeah? That was the 100th episode of Live Talks. I'm so happy you guys came. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Carl Ramsey. Thank you, Wizard. Voice behind the camera, he's not here right now. Ilana, Banner, Jab the Roof, Cheese, Sean Ford. We've got Sinead there. But come back here, please. Please, yeah, one more time. Let's take a picture of you. Ethan on the stage too. Momo in the back, wherever you are. Yeah. My support from behind. No one sees all the things you go through and the things you do, but my support from behind. Ethan, my mirror image. Come on. You can see great things from this guy. Sean Ford in the back. Guys, it's been emotional and the journey hasn't stopped yet. We're going to see more from this guy doing dancing as well still. You can go back and sit down, man. Cool. Thank you guys for coming. We're going to drink up all the champagne. We're going to have more fun as well. You at home, if you weren't here, it's your business. Still love you. God bless you. Life Talks. Back in 2024 after 100 episodes.